Yeah, Inferno being one of those maps, it's not a brilliant sort of showing for MIBR, but certainly a confident one nonetheless. You know, I think if there's one map that obviously Bad News Bears have to take, it absolutely has to be this one. You know, great victories, great results, close results against some top-tier teams as well. And unfortunately, I wouldn't consider Bad News Bears to be in that top-tier region here, Dweg. So, you know, going into this best of three, I think a lot of people had MIBR to win this one anyway, just due to the sheer difference. And, you know, their own performance so far in this tournament on Bad News Bears' side has not been amazing. They've lost both of their opening matches. MIBR at least have won 1-1. We'll see if they can make it a 2-1 here as we go to our pistol round. MIBR on the CT side of Inferno. Bad News Bears did get the map pick, so they get the site choice on the Brazilian side, and it's very early passive plays coming in from the T side defaults.
And at least for Bad News Bears, they've been able to get a lot of map control up towards the bottom of, or the top of Banana, I should say. But Fur's going to land a lovely tap with that USP, looking for a second one onto Dapper. And that's actually going to bring the rotate for Fallen to have two players over to this B-bomb side. But no commitment as of yet for the T side.
Very careful sort of press up here for the first kill going the way of Fur. Means that he will get smoked out of the Coffin's position, but he rotates towards the back of Dark, still looking for Dapper next up. The Molotov's into the backside, he sees the man, taps his way through, but unable to land those headshots. Another main T-side force comes in, but Fur still gets another headshot, looking for Dapper next, doing damage to him and Dazzle. Fallen's going to get Mitch on the rotation, and so far the CTs are holding the T-side away. Dapper on 1 HP, he still finds that frag on Fur, but from here in a 2 versus 4 situation with such low HP for him, you must imagine that this round should fall to the favour of the CT retake indeed. Pressure is coming in, and Dazzle will go down, leaving Dapper alone to 1v3 clutches. Still getting the kills, actually. 2 frags found by him in the interim, but not more than that. Taco will finally finish off the job, get 2 kills, and get MIBR in with the first round.
And unfortunately for B&B, they just weren't able to really find any entries towards that B-bomb site. They kind of got stagnated quite a lot around that broken wall area, Fur being able to land that opening kill, and it actually sort of allowed a few of the rotates to come over to the B-bomb site. And for MIBR, we saw some swift shots from them. At least Dapper was trying to bring it back the best that he can. But yeah, look, I think going into Inferno, it's a map that we've seen good results from on Bad News Bears at that MDL level. It's a map that they play very often. It's a map where against lower tier teams is a strong map for them. But when they played against Furia only a few days ago, we saw so many opportunities. I would say maybe 3 or 4 rounds, Jay, where they lost 4-on-2s, 4-on-3s, 3-on-2s, man advantage scenarios in the mid round and retaking positions. So one thing I'm sort of trying to regather from what we saw in the Furia game is that Bad News Bears, they struggle against top teams on this map.
And indeed, that's not going to prove to be very good for them going into this series, because obviously they've got a top team to contest against, you know.
Yeah.
Lost to Furia 16-12 in their last game here on Inferno in the road to Rio. So obviously the Brazilian representation has done well to deal with the Bears. And again, just looking at those positions and those results against teams in the Pro League and Flashpoint level, you must imagine, again, that MIBR are coming into this one on a severe high. And with this being Bad News Bears' pick, I mean, they really have to channel their inner MDL style if they want to try and make this happen. You know, again, the successful results of those lower-level regions, or lower-level divisions, but unable to really capitalize and make their moves into the top end. So that's going to be the main concern, I feel like, for Bad News Bears. We'll go to the eco for round 2. A small tech pause, but we just have to get out of the way. And one of the MIBR players had some communication problems. They were having a broken mic, so just changing out their headset, getting themselves into the server now. And into the second round, known as the default, which should get shut down relatively easy. We're already seeing the nades land on Jonji. 47 HP to start with a simple, easy frag grenade.
Yeah, a bit of early damage, and MIBR looking like they want to try and take that banana presence. B&B not going for the complete force buy on the T side, considering they weren't able to get a bomb plant in the pistol round. But for MIBR, the SMGs to work with the 2 FAMASas. And if these SMGs can start to get some kills, I could honestly see the NWP being bought up pretty quickly. KNG taking Dapper out, and you almost feel like it's just going to be 1v1 picks for the CT side.
Marta started well. First looking on with his towards Dazzle's position. He's got a bit of utility out. I think that's a smoke up. Keeping him away from exiting out of the apartments is very carefully placed, though, for the moment here on the T side. Fallen does get aggressive and catch off 2 players as the SMGs are allowed to clean things up. Triple kill for him. Nice little cash injection for the CT side. Dazzle left alone, P250 in hand. He'll fight against Taco, but Taco will get another kill on the SMG. So a lot of money game by MIBR that round. No casualties sustained. A little bit of utility loss, but that should be fine and recoverable. For MIBR, though, the main challenge is going to be the AKs coming out here for this round.
Absolutely. Let's see what Bad News Bears are able to achieve with the first gun round coming out for them. And try and see if they can get some quick momentum over on this T side. A lot of utility coming up. A Galil actually coming out for Jonji. But MIBR not upgrading too much. Only the utility that was spent in that last round. Bad News Bears putting some early presence to brackets actually a lot quicker. And even towards Banana J, we've actually seen a lot more of a passive hold coming out from the CTs.
It's worked so far, you know. Like Bad News Bears have only really seen aggression from this banana position when they concede it. So, you know, it's not really making any big risk against the CT first pick. I say that, though. And PTR swings out on short to get Mayan down. KNG left in the back of the site here with the FAMAS still up against some upgraded rifles. Of course, the AK is particular out for the T-side forces. Jonji is spotted. KNG gives up his position, but still finds the spray on towards the man, taking him down. Fur falls, however, giving the man advantage there for the T-side, and eventually they spiral that out with all the picks on the rotating players. They've still got Taco to deal with. He gets his SMG frag on Dapper, but no more support for him. Smoke's coming up, a small gap to work with against Mitch will do the damage, but is unable to find the frag here.
This is going to be so difficult for Taco. He might even just try and opt for the save if he's able to pick up some sort of upgrade. It's only going to be the FAMAS. A 1v2 coming out from MIBR in the post plant. A resmoke coming out to the Moto position is going to make it even more difficult. Surely you have to save at this point with the resmoke coming down.
Yeah, just back out position here. The bomb can't get defused by Taco with how little time's left. He might be able to look to pick up one of these players. This will be the first on the board for the Bad News Bears here. A T-side round going particularly well. Again, all those picks and the trades are in the favour of the T-side forces, but they will lose a lot out of this one. Actually, all 5 will go down, so that's a very expensive round for Bad News Bears, and considering they lost the pistol and conversion, that might lead to a bit of trouble when it comes to this next buy here.
Yeah, the Bad News Bears side probably a bit disappointed in the end there that everyone goes down. And MIBR, it seemed like the early entry that came out from PTR was really quickly in the round, within the first sort of 20 seconds or so. So I'm going to be interested to sort of see whether we're going to still see some sort of aggression around this brackets area. And it looks like KNG with the AWP looking for the opener. Will PTR try to go for the jiggle peak? Doesn't look like he is. As Bad News Bears taking banana control, and one of the sort of first times in the gun rounds, at least, that we're seeing them take this banana control.
A face in from Mitch takes out KNG on the AWP. A big frag defiant to start. The T-side obviously need to get this under their control. Fallen's got the M4 around the corner of the broken wall. Jonji still picks him up though. 2 frags unable to be found by the CT side, but Jonji gets his double of his own right. The SMG of Fur does swing back in and regain to a single man advantage, but that's still 1 player up for Bad News Bears, and the secondary kill can't come in from the SMG just yet. The bomb plant will be secured, and MIBR will be up for the retake, but no defuse kill. They got a little bit of utility for Mayan, but Fur getting spotted out to that coffins position is crucial info for the T-side hold.
And they're just looking for Mayan to try and get a kill with this AWP. Resmoke coming in for the CT cutoff, and that has to be the save from MIBR. BNB, things are starting to turn around from them in the last couple of rounds. We're seeing some beautiful entries. Jonji getting 2 kills around that broken wall area. And MIBR being in that man disadvantage before the bomb even went down. And we are tied up, Jay, and we probably won't even see a reinvestment coming out for the CTs. This should be pretty much a complete save.
Yeah, 2 rounds lost on the trot for the MIBR side, so to concede a little bit of control. The AWP for Mayan, however, will be a big pickup for the next round because they wouldn't have been able to buy anything, so just to have that sniper rifle win might allow some pick potential. Will he pass it off to KNG or will he keep it himself? Obviously, KNG looked for that first pick in the mid area. Doesn't look like he will this time, though. And indeed, take that contact out towards the B bomb site alongside Fallen. They were very passive on their positions here at MIBR, but still Bad News Bears were able to force the issue. Molotovs and nades out this time for the utility setup, and it's very carefully placed up. Nae's doing some damage, but the Orpa Mayan still looks for his open. The Molotov should force him out of the way, and indeed he does get that first pick on Dapper. Despite being blind with a smoke and a flash, it's a man advantage for the CT side.
Now, if B&B are reading this correctly, they would have known that the AWP was saved in from the last round, and there shouldn't be too much of an investment coming out to round number 5. But it looks like they aren't going to group up. Head on over to the B bomb site. It's only Fallen here. A heavy bomb site stack coming out to the A bomb site. And Fallen, if he could just get one kill, even if he does damage, Jay.
Standing by with the P2K. The smokes are up, and he looks on towards the entrance, but nothing's going to be seen just yet. The smoke will keep him blind. He will hear the footsteps, though, and he'll try to swing and find something to the back line, but they'll only get picked off by Jonji. Easy as that. Nades also to respond to the CT force. Not as much damage as the T-side would have liked to, but it was a blind nade, so in the end it wouldn't have done much in the realistic terms of things. And Mayan with the AWP playing that contact angle will have to try and fall back. No smoke to go towards the cross, but it looks like he'll escape safely, so nice and efficient there from MIBR, keeping their main weapon in play. They'll keep the sacrificial pistols close, hoping to look for some exit frags. The Bad News Bears in a very good spot and open pathway to the banana exit, and that's where they'll go here. Taco will swing up, look for them, lining up 2, only taking damage on towards Mitch, and also picked up by the M4A1S. So, lead gained by Bad News Bears. A confident start there from MIBR, but maybe we might have underestimated this T-side a little bit in the early game here, Dweg.
Yeah, so far, once the rifles have come out for Bad News Bears, we've seen some fantastic entries for them. One thing as well is they've been able to take map control very easily. We've seen a very passive setup coming out from the CTs, so I wonder now with the gun round coming up whether we'll see some aggression, maybe even with KNG. We've seen him looking around that mid face to find an opener, but it was Mitch to take him down when he went for that procedure before.
When that contact out towards the second mid area on that bridge, he will look for the apartments pick, but nothing will be seen early on by the CT faces. Not really seen a lot of apartments aggression at all from MIBR so far in this game, at least. KNG did tempt face out to that mid position, but in the end, he's going to fall back. The boost up from Jonji might allow a pick from Dapper. He'll see that flashbang turn away from it. Can he see Fur? Double nades onto their positions. They'll do a ton of damage, and Fallen will get that kill on Jonji. A great start from the CT side. Reading Dapper and Jonji's positioning so well. The flash in against Dapper. Fur's going to try and escape for this. The AK can't get a pick back. An unsuccessful trade there from Bad News Bears.
And Dapper's just trying to pull a rotate out to the B bomb site. Look at the over rotation already come out. 2 players over at the A bomb site. They have a third lurking around the arch position. And MIBR, they're incredibly lucky to be able to hold on to a man advantage, considering how low both Fallen and Fur are.
Yeah, it could have gone 1 or 2 different ways. It just went the way of MIBR this time. Nades up from KNG, does not land on towards Dapper, and it whizzes right past Dazzle and only does him for 1 point. Smoke back down, does not body block out by Mitch. The flashes do go over. He still could line up 2 frags. He couldn't connect the kills. Mitch takes him down, but further damage done to the T-side force might leave Taco and Mayan in a very good trade position. They're locked out here on pit and balcony. 25 seconds for the hit to come through, but Taco's still forced off, and Mayan spotted out by Dapper. Taps coming in. The T's are going to bear down his position. Dazzle can be up for a decent frag here from Graveyard. Indeed, Dapper gets that kill instead, and the plant can be secured. A bad opening round here for Bad News Bears, but they have turned it around for the trades to a 2-on-4.
I'll tell you what, the timing on the positioning is just absolutely phenomenal from Bad News Bears. We see them in an early man disadvantage. They look to try and commit to the A bomb site. Maybe we did see a little bit of a whiffed spray coming out from KNG. Probably could have at least been able to connect onto a single kill. But the way that they isolate both Taco and Mern at that A bomb site just completely overwhelms them. And for the B site defenders, there's no way they can even consider a retake. B&B is going to be, what, 4 rounds in a row now. And just maybe we might start to see a tactical pause come in the next couple of rounds from MIBR, Jane?
Could well be. I mean, it would be a very early tactical, but a justified one at this stage. You know, MIBR, the CT side. I mean, we'd expect them to be able to bring out some sort of early confident start. But it has been a bit shaky so far. Now, Bad News Bears have contested in a way that I don't think we were expecting them to. As you mentioned, the double orb setup is coming in. Fallen with 1, KNG with the other. Fallen Zorp will play out towards that B bomb site. Again, going to look for that pick alongside Fur. KNG looks for first contact out on the short position. The first face comes in from Taco with the SMG, trying to bait in some information, potentially get a kill or, you know, at least get killed off to see what's down that mid area. Nothing will be seen from the Bad News Bears. They've stacked up towards Banana. And that has forced Fur and Fallen to play a bit passive on the site. One on site and one towards Cross. Bad News Bears play out their passive defaults and look for that opening pick.
First time we've seen the double AWP presence come out from either side. MIBR pulling it out in round number 7. Fallen and KNG picking it up. And then AWP towards each of the bomb sites. Bad News Bears. Now, one thing I have noticed at least is we haven't really seen too much Apartments presence from the B&B side. It's been a lot of brackets control and a lot of banana presence. MIBR. I'm trying to see if they're able to end this streak of 4 rounds in a row for the T side. Slow control coming into brackets for the Ts.
John G going to make his way in. And Taco on the coming corner position. Just damage being done by the CT forces against Bad News Bears, but not much in terms of the actual kills themselves. And maybe I've been very careful about when they take these faces. And Taco is waiting for them to get aggressive so he can punish. Instead falls back to Arch, and Johnny's going to hear this. He knows that the rotation has been baited over from the 2 T-side players on Banana. Dapper and PTR doing a lot of work here for the T-side, and if they can establish this short control, they could converge on the A side. 18 seconds, they're going to have to go quick, and one player will cross. Now they have to make the move. John G looking for one player in pit, taps his way through towards Mayan. Got the AWP in the back lines, but Taco being a thorn in their side with the SMG. They deal with him quickly as they deal with KNG all the same. A 5th should be on the board for Bad News Bears. Again, Fallen and Fur are held back towards that B-bomb site in that 2v4. Best to save their weapons and cut their losses.
Again, some beautiful entries coming out from Bad News Bears. We sort of saw maybe a bit of an over-rotate coming out from Taco. He was quite deep in that arch position. And what that actually allowed was John G to just completely bypass him, take down the pit player, and it leaves just a solo member at the A bomb site. Fallen at least trying to do his best impression to try and hold on to this AWP. But he is going to get hunted down. 5 rounds in a row now for Bad News Bears on the T side of their own map pick. And Fallen should be able to hold on to this all.
He's got himself a kill already, being hunted by the T side. He's very passive. They're not aggressive enough to catch him, so they'll get out of dodge. And this will be a tactical timeout for the MIBR side. A first being used by the CTs. And you called it a couple of rounds ago. You were hoping that they would go for the tactical. And that's what they've done right here. With the money line in check, I don't think they'll go for a force up here, Dweg. But you know, at this stage in the game, considering how far Bad News Bears have come in the early half, this is actually a good idea, a good call for my liking.
Yeah, it had to come out at some stage. MIBR just taking a little bit of a moment to just sort of think things over, maybe coordinate exactly what they want to do in the upcoming gun round. But a pretty light investment coming up. We're seeing some deagles, some upgraded armor, and a bit of utility. And quite a lot of smoke grenades actually across the board for the CTs. But for Bad News Bears, look at the economy already starting to build on both PTR and Dazzle. And I can't even remember if PTR's actually had an AWP on this T side. I think it's just been rifles and like AKs across the board for Bad News Bears for the last 5 rounds.
Yeah, I think it has just been those automatic weapons. Like, you know, I don't remember seeing a big green gun out from them.
Yeah.
Oh, but the big green gun of the CT side, we're getting a nice sequence in to take Dapper down. The boost spot jumping up from the sandbags, and an opening kill is found by MIBR's IGO. He stands high at 16 HP still. Not quite dead yet, but could be close towards it. The main hit's coming on over to the A-bomb site, where they've got 3 players here to defend. The Deagles coming in, set themselves up towards short. One player's also up on the bomb site. And the majority of the T-side forces are here. Mayan going to hide, play passive. Deagles in the site will be forced to peek out as KNG does go down. Mayan can't do much from here. Taco stands alone. He will do a dink down against Mitch. 14 HP. John G will get taken out by Thur in the end as the damage does succumb to the man. But smokes up. Naze is standard. T-side using all their utility to keep MIBR at bay.
And that's probably going to be Fur, going for the save. Because with that AWP going down of Fallen, you might have seen Fur try and at least do some damage. Oof. Does actually get a nice pick onto PTR. So 3 players going down for the B&B side. Fur's actually going to stay around for a little bit longer than I expected. I'm not sure if I like that.
No, I wasn't a fan of that. I think they should have saved the AWP because Dazzle's going to get a free AWP for this one. And this will be the first time that the T's actually get the AWP out in this matchup, let alone this half. They get it for free as well. Getting that one on PTR and everything. Like, he's been a bit quiet in the early round. Again, 9 rounds and only a single frag. But we've seen what this guy can do with the AWP, and it has been impressive so far here in Road to Rio. I think probably unexpectedly so. Like, you talk about some of the veterans in this tournament, and obviously if you take a look at the Bad News Bears side, like PTR sort of stands above them. Here with the AWP. Is shown up to his veteranacy. Let's see if we can make it happen here on this map. It is first contact from the AWPers, and Fallen with tag to 52 HP to start, forced out of banana control, as Bad News Bears slowly make their way into their standard positions.
One thing for B&B is when we saw them take on Furia the other day, they were only able to get 5 rounds on T, so already we're seeing a better performance from them against MIBR, and it looks like this even might continue. A lot of utility being used by the CT side. Going to make it a little bit easier for Bad News Bears once the execution comes through. This is quite a heavy stack coming out around the shore position, though, from MIBR.
Tried it in the pistols, and it did some damage. Let's see if the rifles can step it up. The Molotovs will send the idea that Mayan's been pushed out of position, but KNG still playing anti-flash here. All swinging against Jonji, but couldn't get the spray together. 2 players line up, but Taco still gets 2 of his own. Mitch turns around for a frag and gets both the players out. And now it's once again left to Fallen and Fur here on the B side. I have to say, the number of times that Bad News Bears have overwhelmed this A-bomb site, I don't think they've had any right to do so this many rounds, especially in a row where they've won themselves now. Is it 7 on the trot, I think, of this T side?
Yeah, it's being a bit ridiculous now. The A defense from MIBR, we've seen a lot of change-ups. We've seen Pit and Bauk crossfires. We've seen the short aggression. We've seen the presence from long and short. All the crossfires are being sent from MIBR, and you had to kind of think that in that round, they looked like they were in the most perfect setup. We saw the flashbangs coming out for the T side, and they were even able to get a double kill coming out from Taco. But B&B, they just overwhelm again on the trade frags, and again, Fallen and Fur are left to try and just save again, being the B defenders. B&B, 7 rounds in a row, and MIBR just doesn't seem like they have an answer at the moment.
What a surprise. I mean, we talked about the potential of Bad News Bears doing well on this map, but we only really give it any thought at an MDL level, at this kind of a Road to Rio level.
For sure.
This is surprising, and in a way that's kind of exciting to see, actually, because, like, you know, we talk about a lot of the potential in a lot of the North American lineups, and especially in those lower divisions, and, well, this is Bad News Bears showing their best stripes at the moment. Fallen's going to try and change the narrative, though, as he takes that fighting against PTR, but neither player is going to over-aggress and find their mid-control. PTR will just look down all the way. Hope that someone peeks in from the right-hand side. As KNG will have to do that. Fallen's going to refocus on the second mid entrance if they decide to go to there. But Bad News Bears have a good habit of playing passively in these mid positions. You know, the banana control is the real thing that they fight for. And so far, they've been winning out these fights relatively confidently with the nade damage and the smokes coming up. Ferd's going to be blinded and hurt here on the defense.
I'm actually seeing over-rotate coming out to the B bomb site from MIBR. Dapper, takes down Fallen. That's such a big frag to be able to find. And he might even just try and sell the B fake all by himself.
Gonna spray in against Fur to do damage. 2 players still sitting here. He's getting information. He knows that there's at least 2 players out here as Bad News Bears set themselves up towards the A-bomb site. And they were able to overwhelm this pretty confidently when he had 3 players on the short defense. Now they've got 2 spread across between short and long. KNG in the back of the site now, hearing utility coming in, Molotov's out, and Fur will start to make the rotation happen. The M4 makes his way up from the apartments, and Taco just couldn't get his spray in. KNG gets 1, but no more than that. Dazzle on 13, and Fur and Mayan will once again opt for the save as Bad News Bears get to 8 on their offensive half.
And what I'm surprised about as well is that they've actually kind of utilized Dapper in a bit of a different role. We've seen a lot of lurking from him to try and bait out some rotations, whereas what we've seen from Dapper before is like a consistent fragger, opening up rounds and opening up bomb sites. But at the moment, we're seeing a lot of B lurking coming out from him. He gets a fantastic pick onto Fallen, which keeps the 2 extra B players content. They can't over-rotate because they don't have the info. And B&B go back to that A bomb site again and again and again, and they keep opening it up. We're just not seeing a strong hold from the A defenders. And MIBR have just lost 8 rounds in a row. Where do you go from here? Another tactical, maybe?
It would then see what that tactical did last time from the MIBR side. It did, you know.
Yeah.
nothing almost. You know, in fairness, it was against an eco round, but even so. So this is not the level of confidence we expected out of Bad News Bears. Mitch currently sitting on 11 kills so far in 11 rounds. Certainly the highest fragger. The only player to hit double digits in our 11th. And the M4A1S, you know, some players bringing it back into play after its buffs and nerfs from other guns. And so far, he's putting it to great use for this T side at half. No AKs for him, but AKs for everybody else with the AWP as the utility sets into the banana position. I think it was an AWP shot from Fawn that connected towards Jonji. Tagged him down through the broken wall, 31 HP, and finally an HP advantage for MIBR. It's not a kill, but it's finally something going the way of the CT side.
And I tell you what, it honestly looks like Bad News Bears are trying to set themselves up for a BXE, something that we haven't seen too many times. We haven't seen the lurking. Jonji's been able to force Fallen back. That might force a rotate to come out from Fur, and it does. But for B&B, they're not going back to the brackets position. It looks like they want to commit here to the B-bomb site.
Yeah, all 5 stacked up. They've gone for fakes in these B-bomb site plays, but 60 seconds to the clock. They might go for an early execution. They've gone to some very, very low timers here. Fallen takes out Dapper, finally gets a kill and kicks off his start in the B-bomb site defense. The sprays from the AKs probably should give an indication of what's going on here, but they have fallen for these fakes before, so all 3 of the CTs here on A will wait for a retake position. Fur could get flashed in. I think there was one going up. He does catch Jonji at the edge of the smoke, gets himself 2 frags on against Mitch point blank, but the M4 makes it happen. It's Fallen left alone here with the AWP, getting himself a 3K and keeping MIBR in tow for the 11th round.
Yeah, fantastic hold coming out from MIBR, and finally they're able to break the streak. And it kind of just comes down with the utility. We see B&B setting themselves up for a BXE, the resmoke comes down, and Fallen and Fur have a fantastic time at the B bomb site. But you have to think, Jay, is that round, or that kind of a style from MIBR of just shutting things down, is that going to reoccur, or was it just a one-off? I suppose we'll just have to wait and see how the rest of this first half pans out.
Flashes and Molotovs over from both sides respectively. Did Taco get tagged in the back by Fauna? I think he might have done.
Yeah.
Nades up. The AWP of PTR could have also got its own wallbang shot. But either way, that's a massive HP advantage for Bad News Bears to start. And Dazzle sees one in the apartments. Couldn't quite get Fur. A little bit itchy on the trigger finger, but does force him out and gain some map control for the T side. So right now, it's all good news for Bad News Bears. As some of these, T side defaults certainly have gained over the course of this map. And shut down MIBR now after they've just won a round and pushed back around in terms of the loss bonus. B-site execution could do all the damage here to the CT side.
And B&B could just slow it down. They've already established that deep app presence from Mitch as they were able to force back. I think it was Fur that got forced back off the spray when he was jiggle picking. But B&B, rather than continuing the presence out towards brackets, are actually going to go back to the B bomb site. And it's all Fallen to try and hold. He does have a smoke and an incendiary, can deny some time with this Exie.
40 seconds, he needs to get that opening pick though. There's so little HP for him and his teammates. Fur next rotator on 62. The Molotovs go up, the smokes come back to return. Fallen left behind the pillar, looking for the first man. He sees Jonji. Will he pop his head up? Yes, he will, but the AWP shot doesn't connect. Looks back towards the first stack, and Jonji can take him down. And he gets the blind shot on the spray against Fur. 5 on 3, and MIBR, you can see they're already not even bothering with this. Their save style has got them many, many buys over the course of this one, but it will not lead to a round here. Bad News Bears overwhelm the B-bomb site, and the smart call from the CTs is to save their weapons.
My goodness, that's devastating from MIBR to finally be able to win out a round after losing 8 in a row, and you just get completely shut down from the defense over at the B-bomb site. B&B, the resmoke comes down from MIBR, and rather than just waiting behind the resmoke, we actually see Mitch just trying to push through it. Jonji throws the smoke down, and they just try and push in. The Fallen gets just overwhelmed. Unfortunately, he's not able to find an AWP pick. T side even trying to hunt for the CTs at A, but KNG and Taco are going to be able to survive and take a couple of players down. But 9-3, B&B having a fantastic first half.
We did say it was important that they did. We'd said that it was important that they took this map. Maybe their only chance in this best of 3. And so far, they have stunned MIBR. You know, I know that we've been talking a lot about how the potential against the upset of the Brazilians has come through, you know, Dweg. I know that you obviously have said that a lot in our pre-game. But here, this was something else. I thought this would be a close match if Bad News Bears had any chance of taking it. So far, this has been a one-sided affair from the attacking forces. There will be a response finally from KNG here in our 13th round. He takes the AWP pick down towards the mid position. Dapper gets fallen to 4-on-4. And Taco is caught off guard by Mitch on long. He's got a wraparound position first. He's got to push him. He's got to get all the kills. AWP at close range, missing his flick, and Jonji takes him down. B-side overwhelmed again. The defaults from Bad News Bears. Picking up frags against MIBR. I don't know how they're forcing this issue, but they're winning the fights, and that seems to be the big issue right now for the MIBR side.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Winning the fights. We see KNG is able to find the opener, and then Mitch just has a solo lurk play through long, able to take down the long defender, and then he can split in through CT. They can bring the bomb over to the B bomb site. They just completely overwhelm Fur being aggressive. And MIBR, they're just not winning their gunfights at the moment. We're seeing some beautiful entries coming out with these AKs. One person that you highlighted in particular, being a veteran player for this B&B lineup, is PTR. He has only got 1 kill at the moment, but they've got double digits. Like, honestly, all the riflers are stepping up. It's not even just one person. Pretty much everyone is stepping up on the B&B side.
They're comparing those AWP points as well. You know, PTR has not had any real involvement with the AWP. I don't think he got a kill with the AWP so far in this game.
Yeah, I don't think he has.
MIBR have brought out the double AWP setups over and over again. You know, Fallen's currently the at 11 frags, and Dazzle will go down. Do a little bit of damage to the T side. They're not too worried about that, but you can see how he's the highest fragger for the CT side, and they've relied on those AWPs to get those opening kills in so many rounds. You know, a lot of the default setups from MIBR have been aggressive faces in mid and in banana, hoping to get those AWPs in particular into position and shut down the early T presence, but it's not worked. You know, it's failed time and time again, and Bad News Bears, again, they're just doing such a great job of getting those kills. Something I didn't expect to say against a team like MIBR as well, you know?
Something that you certainly don't expect against a team like MIBR. 7 rounds of difference between the two lineups. And even for MIBR, a lot of the cases, it looks like they're almost scared to try and go for some aggression, considering how many rounds they've been shut out. They're being forced back into playing passive, especially around the A bomb site. Fur being boosted up in the broken wall, but BMB slow through the passive take. Dapper, him jiggle picking, he's got all the info.
Oh my god!
Damn, alright, that's an NA peak if I've ever seen one.
It's a Ferrari peak if I ever seen one. Fallen gets Dapper. Jonji can turn it back, but Fallen doubles up with the AWP, holding a decent defense to a 3-on-3 situation. But again, these early plays from the CT side are just shut down so efficiently by BNB. They stand at evens once again, though, and going into the execute towards the A bomb site. They have walked in to the majority of CT forces remaining. KNG will pick up Mitch, look back in towards the mid position for another, but only get tagged up by the Molotov. Chased back by the AWP of PTR. He can't quite find that frag. And as Dazzle falls, PTR is next up to the chopping block, and MIBR will get a confident round on the board on this CT side at long last. But again, that followed a lot from Bad News Bears.
Yeah, it's very surprising as well, considering some of the results that we've seen from MIBR on this map. We saw a 16-6 victory over Furia, 16-14 against 100 Thieves, 8 rounds against EG, 16-5 against Swole Patrol, and this was only like last month in Pro League. A very surprising scoreline to come out for the Brazilians. They may be able to get 5 rounds at the end of the first half. B&B, no AWP again. It's going to be AKs across the board. The double AWP actually had quite a lot of presence in the last round. Let's see if they're able to find it again. And fast apps control coming out for Dazzle. But very passive stuff coming out for the T side. And look at that from Jonji, already over to take a B defender down. And they might just want to try and commit off this.
But he's got the utility out at the worst timing as well. Jonji was about to peek, but Fur gets the kill regardless. Dapper's going to push forward in the midst of the cross smokes. He might catch KNG off. He'll hear those footsteps coming in over at Tree. A lot of information has been gained. He could wrap around towards the A bomb site here. Very few times you see an A wrap around here. Smoke out towards that cross will keep his position completely isolated. They have no idea that he's here.
He should take down Taco as well. I just don't see there being a way that they are able to expect this at all. And it just comes down to this solo play from Dapper. Let's see how much he's able to find with it. Taco, is the readjustment going to be there? Dapper! Oh! Taco actually wins out that fight.
Dapper caught off guard by the cubby corner. Taco is in the perfect position, and Bad News Bears didn't check it. Mitchell fought to Mayan here on short, seeing Dazzle next gets that headshot for his 2K, and PTR is left alone in a 1 versus 4. No AWP this time, just AK skill aplenty. Bomb on his back, 2 CT to deal with initially. He just can't get the job done today. 10-5 at the very least for Bad News Bears, though. It is an impressive start here on the first half, and we'll go to a break, see if they can continue their momentum against the MIBR squad. Do not go anywhere.
No pulse and all alone. Time's not kind and it won't let go. No thoughts left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black. Cause the soul in me and the heart I have for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life. Now you bring me back to life. Bring me to life. No. I stopped to my side, tried to run on a faulty line. I'm safe, only, even though we burn from the light I bleed. Does she bring me back? Not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Oh, you bring me to life.
In the second half, Bad News Bears still have a stomp over lead against MIBR, but it could still turn to jello as the Brazilians move into their offensive side. Now, this is where statistically they have won the most of their rounds in the last few months here, Dwayne, so let's see whether these defaults and picks can work a bit better for MIBR compared to their CT half. It's defaults in passive from the MIBR side. Similar sort of fashion as Bad News Bears, not getting too aggressive in banana and mid, especially mid, where there's virtually no presence in the T side.
And it's actually interesting that we're seeing both the util coming out for Jonji and PTR being able to have the kit on the CT side. Having only a single player of Jonji over to the B bomb site. But as soon as he gets presence, he's able to drop his smoke. And that's information. That could be the rotate of at least a couple of players to the B bomb site. They're not going to rotate, though.
We're going to leave it all on Jonji to play contact. With Taco making noise out here, it makes a bit of sense. The Molotov coming in might send him into a frenzy. He's got to get passive now. He's got to play around the coffins and cross positions as the P2K stands by. The flashes come over, no smoke to cross. He could do a lot of damage from here, but in the end just gets forced back to 57. Taco does get taken down, however, in the apartments. He's a dead man. And now the CTs will rotate out to their positions, set up for the retake here. Dapper does fall to Fallen, though, so mid-control re-established by the T's, and very quick goes in the CT forces. KNG around the corner, got Dazzle and Jonji to deal with it. We get 1 and 2, looking for Mitch next for the 3K, and controls his ammo and is aimed for a tap to the head, as does Fallen take his second kill. MIBR with a nice, confident pistol to start things off.
And that's what I've been waiting for, some just sheer aggression coming out in some of the fights from MIBR. The Glocks just overwhelming them completely. MIBR having a good takeover to that bomb site, to the B bomb site, only having to deal with just a single player. And then KNG with his Deagle in the construction area, just able to rip apart Bad News Bears. The force buy is coming in, no scout actually being brought down from PTR.
Heavy investment on the pistols, no rifles or automatic weapons in just yet for Bad News Bears. It's very passive control again from BNB, you know, very similar to how they played that pistol round, not getting too aggressive here. Got a bit more presence on the B bomb site though, expecting MIBR to push early. Push in general, I think. You know, that 4-man stack could have worked pretty well if they had the contact set up on the pistols, but the fact they lost early banana control probably threw that setup a little bit off for Jonji. Regardless, 60 seconds for this next round, and the utility set up here towards the A bomb site going to change the pace. Nice nade to return some damage. Only Mayan catches it though. PTR forced back. The MAC-10 from Fur will keep his eyes on the cubby corner. Flashes over as PTR does go falling. Will Fur check this angle? He's looking at it. Mitch not giving up his angles back. Turn the CZ. The 5-7, excuse me, from Mitch. Gets Fur down 4 versus 4. Swings it against Mayan and does quite a bit of damage, setting up a chance for the pistols that remain on the CT side.
Dazzle needs to get this kill onto Sanko, and he's going to finally be able to take him down with the CZ. Upgrades to the MAC-10 as well. MIBR needs to get the bomb planned, but Dapper does have an opportunity. Fallen is actually going to go down 2 versus 2, and this HG coming in for Jonji. Might another bomb plan. No, it doesn't. Doesn't quite land.
Lands a bit too far out position. Mayan planting under the rafters. But Jonji has a rival to work with. Flash in, the AK KNG picks up 1, turns around against Jonji. Deagle back in against Mayan. Close range of 31 HP, but still the USP will come out on top for the T side. And MIBR will just cinch the 7th, but they lose the majority of their rifles. All the AKs out of play for the T side, so quite expensive round put up there by BNB.
Looked very close towards the end that they may have just been able to convert it. Mayan being able to win out a fantastic 1 versus 1 in the end. And the lead is starting to be just a little bit smaller now for BNB. 3 rounds of difference between the 2 sides. And considering how many kills they were able to get into that last round, Jay, it's going to be a very light investment. And let's see how much more damage they're able to find. Only a P250 actually coming out from Fallen. MAC-10 being brought up for Taco as well. Pretty passive stuff coming out for the CTs. Not really looking for any kind of aggression or any information. And it allows KNG to get complete top banana control.
He wants that AWP. Fallen wants the AWP. Deagle from Jonji will take first contact against KNG. Only get damage returned to the CT side. And actually fall back away from banana here. He's facing that one little bit of resistance from the Deagle, knowing that the upgrade pistol is over there. Still a couple in play from the other CT players. The P250 on Mitch in particular is the man on the A-bomb site to hold. There's a bit of utility as well to use on these HEs, and if Mitch can place that right, then it could do a ton of damage to the MIBR side, but it all comes down to his individual placement here. Up towards the long angles, see the 2 players out, and as you take out Taco, follow-up utility coming in from the CT forces. The P250 still fighting valiantly here in the site, seeing where Fallen is, taps his way through, and Fallen will get that pick. The USP still out here, and it will get taken out, as will the rest of the CTs be quick to follow. Dapper heard by Fur, tapping his way through with a Glock, and Dapper still gets away with another kill, but Mayan will finish off the job, and all the weapons will stay in play for the T-side forces. 3 on the trot for the T's, and now the buy comes in from Bad News Bears.
And if you include the last couple of rounds of that first half, this is now 5 rounds in a row from MIBR. And this just might be the confidence that they need to really start getting things going in the second half. The AWP is coming out from PTR. And again, still on 1 kill after 18 rounds. But let's see how much more presence he's able to have on the CT side. Because really, he wasn't even needed in that first half.
Look at the Molotovs coming in. Look at the sheer amount of utility against the CT side forces. John G doing a lot of damage to KNG. Maybe able to get a frag for it, but Dapper goes falling. Flashbang gets him blind, and they know that John G's here somewhere, but he sits pretty at the edge of the smoke, seeing another flash go over. He'll evade that one and crosses away from Mayan. He'll seek him, but he will not be able to shoot him down. The opening kill goes the way of MIBR, quickly wrapping over towards the A bomb site. They've got PTR and Mitch to deal with. The AWP needs to go big in this one, and PTR's been very, very quiet in this game. 1 kill so far for him on the Bad News Bears side, but the nade from Mitch will force MIBR to rethink their actual commitment here.
No resmoke coming out from brackets, the Molotov as well, to try and force the T-sided back. And honestly, for Bad News Bears, having maybe a gamble stack might be sort of their best option. At the moment, it does look like they are going to commit 2 players. No, finally, they're going to rotate a 3rd player over to the B bomb side. Now, considering with Jonchi low and them already being in a man disadvantage, you have to go for the gamble stack. Unfortunately, what it looks like from MIBR is just like a late lurk over at the B bomb site, unless they want to actually rotate the bomb over.
Smoke's up here, and there's more players coming in. They're going to gamble stack
open.
the B site, leaving A open,
Yeah.
and as you say, faking B, plant will be secured. The question really is do they go for the retake here on Bad News Bears? I wouldn't go for it. I wouldn't suggest it. Just because, you know, these sites are so difficult to retake at a man disadvantage. You know, B obviously is the most notorious one, but A is also quite difficult. And Bad News Bears, with very little money left in the reserves, will just opt to keep a hold of their weapons. Concede number 9 to MIBR on the T side. Just leave it be right now. Bad News Bears, a 10-5 half, and it may just be equalized right here by the T side. And this is kind of what we were hoping to see, you know, a stomping half from Bad News Bears. We didn't expect to see that one, but MIBR coming into their own in the offensive side. And well, so far their T side executions and defaults have been looking just as confident as Bad News Bears did.
And for B&B, yes, they are at a mad disadvantage, but they've got like no util and no kit, so immediately once they put that gamble stack out to the B bomb side, even if there's some sort of opportunity of retaking A, that it can't even cross their mind. They are going to give up another round to MIBR, and the Brazilians, they're slowly coming back into this game round after round. A pause to come out from MIBR, a technical pause, but for B&B, it's maybe an opportunity for them to go for a pause again at some stage. I don't think we've seen a pause from them at all in this first map.
No. I think we've seen most of them coming in from MIBR,
yeah.
you know. In terms of the tacticals, at least, it has been MIBR.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears have kind of been very content with the way that they're going about things. I think that might change in the next couple of rounds, though. Again, they're about to lose their lead to the MIBR side, who are going to equalize in a moment's time. We'll have a lot to do to try and recover this. The MIBR side have been looking good, however, in this second half. Yet to see a round coming in from the CTs of Bad News Bears. And at this point, since we have a moment's respite, like, you know, just got a question, like, what do Bad News Bears need to do to hold the defense right now against this stomping Brazilians force?
I think we need to just see just some raw fights. Honestly, I want to kind of see some aggression because that was what was working beautifully in the first half was the fact of their entry kills, the way that they were able to open up bomb sites, get opening man advantages, and that's maybe what we need to see from B&B is just some sort of aggression. Try and use the individual fights because at the moment we've seen a lot of passiveness coming out from Bad News Bears. And MIBR, first of all, it hasn't been hyper aggressive, but it's been a lot quicker in taking map control than what we saw from Bad News Bears in the first half.
Speaking of Bad News Bears, I mean, talk a little bit about how all the players are stepping up, but to recontextualize some of the stats from that first half here in the second, PTR has still only had 1 frag. He got one in the early couple rounds, like around 1 or 2, probably the pistol. And since then, AWPs, AKs, M4s, SMGs, whatever he's bought, he has not found anything. And considering how much we saw from him in his previous outings here in the Road to Rio, that's not an encouraging sign for Bad News Bears. Like, they really need him to get his boots laced up and get him back into the server here.
It was round 3 with an AK. That's how long it's been.
Wow.
Let's see what he's able to achieve with it. Again, fast control coming out to the banana face coming out for Man. Double play in Boiler for the CTs. Sometimes you even see like the tower being made. And this is what Dapper did a lot of the time in this first half for B&B, was just a lot of lurking towards the broken wall area. The smoke coming down from MIBR, and Man's just trying to work with the edge of it. Oh, if he takes down Dapper here.
Burr's already found Mitch. Dazzle still waiting back here in Boiler. Takes the trade back to a 4-on-4. Taco still lurking up here on the stairs area with a crossfire set from his teammate back in the mid position. Dazzle will go forward and Dapper will aggress. Shadow being seen by Mayan. Takes him out. The M4 wraps back over and a 2-on-3 situation to the favor of the Bad News Bears opponents. Maybe out in mid position, the AWP hoping to catch something, and again PTR needs to find a kill here. That's one. KNG, his second frag of the map. But now we're going to wrap back over and set up the retake alongside Jonji coming in from long. The bomb is yet to commit to the site. This could be Jonji's chance to deny from here. He's creeping up slowly but does not see Thorn as he makes his way to the back corner, gets that plant in, sets up the retake. Taco scene towards quad, going for the wallbang. PTR lands the leg shot but is unable to connect the kill.
And he's just waiting for Jonji to try and make a play. PTR's just trying to bait out the T's from looking towards a short phase, but Fallen's able to take one down. PTR can't find the trade. 10-10, MIBR, they are just continuing this streak. And this is now 7 rounds in a row. We saw the streak coming out from B&B. What was, I think, 8 rounds in a row at one point? Now we're seeing 7 in a row from MIBR.
That 8 rounds to match as well. MIBR will have the lead if they can do it.
Wow.
Bad News Bears with their first tactical of the game here, Dwayne. A force buy is in effect from the CTs. They have decided that they want to go ahead and buy back in around 21. M4's coming out on 2, an SMG for Dapper. PTR and Jonji yet to invest. Eventually Jonji will get his M4 and PTR's left with the FAMAS out. Even so, something needs to change here for Bad News Bears. Not just in terms of the setup, but in their approach, because it's not working against MIBR. What was a set of frags and a set of peaks that went well for the Bad News Bears side in their first half has started to go the way of MIBR in the second. The early mid-facing coming in, the banana control established by Dapper and Jonji. So with the flashes over, Man's going to make his way in. He smokes down against the Molotovs, flashes in, and KNG completely blind gets the headshot. Sprays through against Jonji and everything. That's a start for MIBR. The Bad News Bears have just been so... in just such the worst position to recover, I feel like.
Yeah, and we might even see maybe just a single flashbang for MIBR to try and take back the banana presence, because we haven't seen it in the early rounds of round 21. And here it is, the slow walk coming out from MIBR. And you'd have to think that, considering the fact that B&B have only got a single player to the B bomb side, if Jonji goes down without even finding 1 or 2 kills, it has to be the save attempt.
Dazzle is going to pick back on Fur in mid, so 4-on-4 situation, but they know that he's there on the boost. Will Taco go for the window bang? He won't opt for it. He'll hear them walking away, so just decides against that one here. Mitch we left on the balcony boost though, so just sitting pretty and waiting for the short control to come out from the MIBR side, and they may just fall into that trap. No long control, they're going to have to leave it onto PTR to defend if they wrap around towards the B site. Smoke's coming in, apartments control going to be established. Mitch gets 1 frag, looks for Mayan on the second, swing out to the third, but he's got bomb control. Crucial kills to find from the boost. FAMAS swings in, KNG still takes PTR down, and Dazzle gets Taco, leaving it all to KNG to clutch this 1-on-3 for the ace. Flashes away from him, and it's just time being stalled by the CT forces. Might even look for the kill after time. KNG grabs that AWP and runs for it instead. And out the window, into second mid. Holding an angle to hope he stays alive against the Bad News Bears, who have just defended their lead here, but MIBR still hot on their tail. Still with a lot of money to invest into round 22.
And this could be the opportunity for B&B to finally regain some control in this first map of their own map pick. They're able to hold on to 3 AKs on that CT side towards the end of that last round. MIBR Maybe it was a bit of a misread to come out. It looked like they wanted to commit to the B bomb site when there was only a single player there for B&B. But a good hold coming out from Mitch. He really sealed that round for the CTs. A lot of utility coming out. KNG boosted up. Jonji. Surely he's seen the info now.
Couldn't get the kill though. The flash comes in. He does take KNG down. Look for Mayan. Next jump facing. Desperately trying to look for the frag. But Mayan given a chance as the jump face does not get the accuracy together for the AK-47. Taco caught off towards Ardazzle looking for a second kill, but Fur takes him down. But as Dapper gets another frag, it's a 2-on-2 situation. The bomb still back over at T-Stairs. Dapper could find this info, but it's going to be left to Mitch to defend the A site, where currently the last two players at MIBR are held up. And they will smoke up and they'll hold their passive positions. Banana control established by Dapper. This could still be a long wraparound if they have bomb control, but he's going to start swinging up, and Fallen will take him down. All to Mitch now, in pit, on site, 1 versus 2. Two T-side players, two very strong T-side players to deal with and everything. The swinging from Fur has to be perfect. His back is turned. He sees the man and catches the spray. Backs against the AWP though. Fallen's going to shut it down. 2 frags for him, and MIBR are going to continue the hype train to an even standing.
And that's a fantastic round from MIBR. They get themselves out of a really awkward position in that 2 versus 2. Fallen and Fur were just so far split as they had to try and recover that bomb. 11-11. And this could be MIBR actually taking the lead, Jay. B&B just on the half-buy investment. And PTR still on 2 kills. You almost have to think he just needs to find some more kills.
Still only those 2 frags for him, sitting on a P250 at the long contact. Smallest investment out of anybody so far here in this CT eco. The nades, the Molotovs, they could still do some damage here. KNG has gone out. Jonji gets aggressive. Mayan can transfer it, but Dapper gets a pick of his own right. Got Fallen close range. AK's picked up. Manic Spray's coming in from the P250. Still shuts it down though. Picks the AK back up and deals with Dazzle, trying to tap his way through eventually. Finds that kill. So what could have been disaster there for the T side has been evaded once again by MIBR. Only Mitch left alone on the short position. And a good effort there from Dapper and Jonji, but only those 2 kills found. Fur could get caught off guard to the mid position again with his back turned towards Mitch. Seeing Taco next, who has to grab that AK and save, I feel like.
Yeah, probably the best bet coming out for B&B. They're actually able to do a lot of damage on the half-buy investment. And maybe even if he tries to look for some exit kills, because the economy is not that strong coming out from MIBR, so any more members that can go down would just be fantastic. Taco looks like he wants to try and push through the smoke, and he's able to connect onto Mitch. 12-11. And you've got to think, psychologically, B&B, they were in such a great position in what looked like even the mid-stage of that first half. And with the in-game leader struggling on the scoreboard, B&B, they've got to try and bring this back. But MIBR, they're in such a great position to just continue this momentum.
And again, on B&B's map pick, their best chance to have a stance here in this series, and it's just slipping away from their grasp in the second half and everything. AWP's back in for Fallen and PTR. Mitch going to take that first contact alongside the IGL, but no kills going the favour of Bad News Bears. No damage going the way of either side. Till that nade lands on Fallen, doing for 1. A lot of aggression coming in towards Bernardo, though. You can see that Jonji and Dapper have again aggressed. Going to try and keep MIBR out of their territory, but I have a feeling that the T's know what they're playing at here. The smokes start to fade, and the Bad News Bears make their way out position, so the aggression has not led to picks, but they will leave Jonji aggressive on the contact play. The 4th man will rotate towards A, and they'll play counter-rotate if necessary here. Just playing the jump face and look for information.
The thing is, we're getting near a minute on the clock, and look at the utility on the B&B side. There is hardly any util at all, especially at this B bomb site. Only a single smoke and an incendiary. Dapper's got none. And MIBR, if they're just able to use the Molotovs to try and flush out maybe the dark and new box position, they could just execute up to the B bomb site. Is there? I think there's a player being boosted up actually from Dapper over at the B bomb site. But for MIBR, Jay, it looks like they want to commit to A. Peter really needs to stand up with this AWP.
It's got Fallen first to face, and Fallen does not miss. Two players left. It's Dazzle and Mitch. Dazzle gets one pick over at Graveyard in the apartments. The AWP looking on towards Jonji on Speedway. Doesn't catch him off guard. The M4 on sight, and Dazzle just can't do anything. Mitch has got so much players that are damaged here, and Jonji and Mitch will line up the crossfires first, left alone in a 1 versus 3. 10 seconds. The bomb is out on long. Has got to pick that up. We'll jump in. We'll expect Jonji to face him up and go for the plant towards the back wall. Jonji going around this corner. Infer just can't seem to get it down in time. 12 to the board of Bad News Bears as they continue to stack up against MIBR. So much damage done, it did become susceptible for the T side. But they've got to buy back into this one. Actually, no, they might not. There's a couple players that are pretty low. But with that Mac 10 being passed off the tackle, I feel like they might just go for a forced investment. No, it'll be an eco for the T's.
And that's pretty much offering the chance for B&B to be able to take the lead. MIBR, let's see what they're able to achieve with the light investment. Fast play into the banana position, PTR with the AWP, not able to connect, and the quick trade comes out. They might just continue to commit to the B bomb side. KMG and Main, what is going on? This is a 5-on-2. How has there no trades come through? Finally, it's going to be Jonji, but it's only with the incendiary kill.
Not like this, Bears. Oh, that spray from Dap was so bad. Mitch left alone. The SMG might deny the bomb plant, but that's all he can do. The trade's coming so quick.
There's no money.
That was just not kosher at all. No money. Decimation from an MIBR eco round.
That should never happen. They've got what? A couple of Deagles, a CZ, and a Mac 10. I'm pretty sure that's all they had in that last round, and they just find the quick aggression to the B bomb side, the protocol just being panicked a little bit. I suppose, yes, you can kind of understand maybe PTR having a bit of a difficult time considering how aggressive he was and maybe not expecting the B rush, but they just get overwhelmed at the top banana position. MIBR, that's a round they should never be winning, Jay.
Oh, man.
And just when you thought that B&B had that round to bring themselves into the lead and potentially bring back this best, or the first map of this best of 3, the half-buy investment coming through, but this should be 14-12.
It must be. Like, unless Bad News Bears pull magic out of the hat here, in the same sort of way that MIBR did, I can see an opportunity. But, hold on, it might still be plausible. Mick drops down, but KNG takes him out. P255 is away from PTR, and now Dazzle's moving in with his CZ. Will he aggress? Will he hold control? Will he hold the boiler room? He might just do just that. Backup's coming. Here comes Dapper on the backstab. The Swag 7 in position towards mid. He could catch Fallen as the smoke clears. The AWP gets shut down, and Dapper's now gained a man advantage for the CT forces. Jonji's going to be quick to fall, though. Dapper's going to get aggressive. Picks up the M4, going to wrap back in against KNG, but lose out his fight. It's all to PTR to get 4 kills on the board. It's not going to happen. Taco ends up with his kill, but it's KNG with 4 frags to bust open the potential for Bad News Bears on that short position, and indeed 14-12 goes up on the board.
Oh, that was looking pretty scary for a moment. MIBR, that was such a strong commitment around the apartments and brackets area that they actually allow a complete flank to come out from Dapper with that Swag 7 in play. B&B. M4s across the board in the AWP. Only 2 kits of Dapper and Mitch. Early damage being done from or onto the T side. MIBR, 1 more round to get to map point on their opponent's map pick.
They really have to make it happen. And the flash is over. Jonji already tagged up. A blind spray from KNG will do the damage. Fallen will get the kill in the AWP. Mitch standing with the M4 in the apartments, gets 1 and 2, potentially 3. He jumps at the worst possible moment, not expecting a third man to come out so quickly. Dazzle left alone though, hearing these footsteps. Surely he should know the rotations are in. PTR will try and make his way in from Speedway in support, but Dazzle's got to play passive on the side. Watching out from the app's entrance, Mayan is in pitfall and will drop Dazzle, leaving it all to the AWP and the M4 to go for the retake here. They might deny the bomb plant still. KNG will drop in. The AWP peeks up, sees the man, takes him down, but as Fallen gets Dapper, it's all left to the IGL. 1v3 total, 40 seconds. He does not know that Mayen's in pit. He knows that Fallen's somewhere in apps. We'll peek up here with his Asimov. The plant will be secured here by Mayen. To the box corner. PTR going to get so close range, so aggressive. An AEK or an M4 will be a better weapon for this position. He'll put the smokes down so now they know that he's here on short. The P2K comes out. The AWP doesn't see Mayen in the corners and see him towards the back lines. And Fallen with his Deagle will get his own 4K and get MIBR to 15 rounds. Map point for the Brazilian team.
Only 2 rounds being picked up from B&B in the second half. Really struggling on the CT side. And I tell you what, this has been an absolutely phenomenal comeback from MIBR, a team that has been at the top for such a long time. So much experience on these players as well to allow a comeback to come through like this. 10-3 it was at one point for B&B. I just can't believe MIBR have been able to bring this back to 15-12. Forced by investment coming in from B&B, and they've only got a single M4.
Oh, Ney is doing damage to KNG. The follow-up does take him down. Okay, that's a start, but Jonji burning at 28 is not that better off of his own right. Gets aggressive, Mayen, maybe suspecting this around this corner. AWP from Fallen firing away as flashes go up, smoke return. Jonji gets another kill, so 3 players left standing, but for the AWP, Fallen quickly takes him out and turns around with a Deagle headshot. What a play from Fallen. That opens up the B defensive. CTs are on their way up, but the smoke to cross will not allow them to deny it on plant. We should be seeing it come through from MIBR with the most important retake of Bad News Bears match.
And there's no kit as well on that CT side. Something to keep your eye out for once the retake comes through. Fantastic utility coming in from MIBR. Finally, the bomb going to get planted in a 3 versus 3. Mitch looking for some sort of opening, and he takes down Fur.
But Fallen gets a return on Dazzle. 3 frags for the AWPer. Got 1 player close range here at the smoke. Taco against PTR, so it's all left to Mitch. M4 against 2, and he peeks into both at the same time. 16-12 for MIBR, and Bad News Bears had the greatest of T-side halves, but unfortunately, it all goes awry.